Xabi Alonso is gone just after 6 months, and the ego in this locker room has finally reached its breaking point. But I'm here to change things. No player is bigger than the club, which is why we're transfer listing every single one of them. And even if we get offers from Barcelona or Atletico, it won't matter because I'm accepting them all. But there's a catch. I can't make any signings until the January transfer window, so we'll have to survive with whatever squad we're left with at the end of August until we can rebuild in the winter and ultimately try to win the Champions League. That's the only way we can make Real Madrid the best team in the world once again. And here's the first transfer offer. It's for a youngster. We accept. Next, we have an offer for Fran Garcia. We accept. Alaba, we accept that as well. The offers are coming for better and better players. We have Ceballos here. I wonder which superstars we're gonna get to keep. Mbappe, Vini, Bellingham, Courtois. If we can keep at least maybe 2 of those players, we should be in good shape by January. But here's an offer I didn't want to see. It's for Arda Güler. The jersey I have on my back has his name on it. Now, this offer is terrible. It's only 67.5 million when he could be sold for 98.9. But the rule is whatever the offer, we have to accept. So that's what we're gonna do here. Now we get an offer for Fede Valverde, but it's a swap offer from City, and they're giving us Phil Foden. So we're gonna accept. And we finally have our first departure. It's Fran Garcia. Not sure why I have glasses or a goatee that's green. I went to shave and get LASIK real quick. Next, we have an offer for Brahim Diaz from Dortmund. It's for 38 million and we accept. Then it's always a happy moment when we get an offer for a weak player. But here is Phil Foden coming into the club. This means Fede Valverde is gone for sure. But hey, at least we've got a decent right winger. Arda Güler's gone as well. He even left a goodbye note. I mean, he's a very polarizing player at the moment. There's a group of fans that want him gone, and then there's a group that want him being played every single minute. What's your opinion on Arda Güler? Let me know in the comments. Next, we've got an offer from Leverkusen for Lunin, 39.9 million. Accepted. And here's Brahim Diaz making his way out. Arda and Brahim Diaz were right midfielders, but we just got Foden to fill that position. So our starting 11 still looks very solid. Bellingham, Vini Jr, Mbappe, Courtois, they're all there. There's David Alaba leaving. Who knew he existed anyway? Dani Ceballos has also been sold. Still no offers for any superstars. Here's last year's Champions League hero Lunin saying goodbye. And with Lunin just having been sold, we get an offer for Thibaut Courtois now. It's a swap offer, but we don't get a goalkeeper back. Berenguer is a left mid. Now we have an offer from Atletico Madrid and it's for Eder Militao. They're giving us Almada plus 2.15 million. I don't think we really need this kid, but we have to accept. He's currently making 57,000. I offered 80 and he did not accept. He didn't like it, so that's not my fault. This deal doesn't go through. And now we get a swap deal for Camavinga from Wolves. And they're giving up a 77 rated Arias, a right winger. I'm just gonna start delegating the player offers, honestly. So no issues regarding the contract for Arias. He joins, which means Camavinga's gone. We get an offer for Gonzalo Garcia. Gonzalo's only rated 71, but he's the backup striker. Now here's another offer for Eder Militao. It's a swap offer from Barcelona. And they're giving up his center back, Eric Garcia. So that's a lot better. And again, we'll delegate. And we've come to terms with Garcia, accepting it, which officially means Eder Militao joins Barcelona. Next, we've got an offer for Dani Carvajal from Juve. It's a decent offer. I'll gladly accept. We've still got Trent Alexander-Arnold there, but the team is slowly getting weaker and weaker. Courtois hasn't left yet. Apparently, he couldn't come to terms with Bilbao, so that's good news. We get a swap offer for Ferland Mendy. Sporting's giving us a left mid. And here's the here we go on Dani Carvajal. He's officially leaving. Gonzalo Garcia's been sold as well. He went to Celtic, who came in after Getafe. Now we have an offer from PSG for Tchouameni. Only 60.7 million. We accept. Leverkusen wants to loan Arias, but loan offers we reject. We're only here to permanently sell players. Here's an offer for Mastantuono from Liverpool. 21.9 million. We accept. Now Lazio have come in for Courtois. They want to do a swap offer. Barcelona have come in for Mendy. They're giving us Marc Bernal, but we've already come to terms with Maximiliano Araujo. Not sure what's gonna happen there, but here's Tchouameni leaving off to PSG. His departure does leave a big hole in our center midfield. I mean, we could put Mastantuono there, but he's about to leave as well. The next 2 best players we have are 61 and 60 rated. And here's Mastantuono leaving off to Liverpool. They want to leave us midfieldless. We get an offer for the 60 rated Pitarch. And still no news from Sporting Sterling and Araujo, so we've come to terms with Bernal as well. We accept this. And here's a player making his way to our club, and I think it's Bernal. Yes, that's right. So we've made Barcelona even stronger. An offer has come in for Rudiger as well. We accept. Oh, Liverpool want him too. We also accept that offer. Offers are coming for our weak players also, but none of them are leaving really. And there's Rudiger departing. He's off to Liverpool. Now, good news, Thibaut Courtois is staying. Lazio couldn't agree to a contract with him. Now, at this point, still no offers for Vini Jr, which is what I'm super shocked about, and Bellingham. I believe we can still sell 1 or 2 more players. Our substitutes are down to nothing, basically. Everyone's rated 60 overall, pretty much. And we lose the opening match of the season to Osasuna. I mean, if we can't win the Champions League this season, we'll still have to finish in the top 4 to go to the Champions League in the next season. So I don't even know if this starting 11 can get us there. And look at this, we get a transfer offer for Garcia. Nottingham Forest are giving us Chris Wood plus 30 million euros. And there's Chris Wood. What a transfer window Eric Garcia is having. He's off to the Premier League. Raul Asensio goes into the starting 11, and we've got Chris Wood on the bench now. And there's Giuliano Simeone in enemy territory. This is hilarious. I wonder how he's gonna perform. And I believe this is the final departure. Our 64 rated goalkeeper is leaving. Fran Gonzalez, he's off to Southampton. Wait a minute, look at this rumor. With 4 hours left to go, Manchester City want Kylian Mbappe. They're giving up Nico Gonzalez and 135 million. And the fact that we're accepting this is some crazy stuff. Nico Gonzalez for Mbappe plus 135 mil. And it's official. Nico Gonzalez joins Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe is off to Manchester City. And with the transfer window closed, this is what we're left with. We've got Vini Jr, Bellingham, Carreras, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Courtois from our original starting 11. Manchester City now have Mbappe plus Haaland. Now our goal will be to stay in the top 10 at least till the January transfer window. We're currently sitting in 6th, and in January we'll have nearly €1 billion to spend and recover. That's an insane number. So we've now simmed all the way to January 1st, and we're sitting at the top of La Liga somehow. And also in the Champions League with 2 matches remaining, we're in the top 8. We're still in the Super Cup and Copa de España. Jude Bellingham tied for top scorer with Lewandowski and Cucho Hernandez. Vini Jr has 8 goals. Phil Foden with 6. Trent and Vini topping the assist chart. Our defense is lacking. Courtois only has 3 clean sheets. But the best player so far is Jude Bellingham. Look at Phil Foden, 19 goal contributions. Bellingham with 19 as well. Vini with 20. Chris Wood scoring 6 goals in 21 matches. Simeone with 3 goals. He's played in nearly every single match. Nico Gonzalez doing well. Even Arias scored 2 goals. I mean, that's some unbelievable stuff from this squad. How are we first? I have no idea. But what I know is we can now start spending this money. We desperately need new center backs. And I think we have enough money to win the Champions League this season. So we're going to go after players that are at their peak, which is why we're signing Alessandro Bastoni from Inter for 105 million euros. He's a great left-footed center back to replace Asensio. Now, despite being able to sign players, we still have to accept whatever offers we get, and we get one for Courtois here, and we accept. Then we've accepted an offer for Raul Asensio from Manchester United. All these other offers came during when we were simming, so that's why they're rejected. And after surviving 2 transfer talks, Thibaut Courtois is finally leaving on the 3rd one. But not to worry, we've established a great relationship with Manchester City so far. So we're going ahead and signing Donnarumma in his place for 125 million. I'm telling you guys, we have a really good relationship with Manchester City. They've come and paid Carreras' release clause of 101 million. But first, there goes Raul Asensio to Manchester United. And it looks like Carreras will be joining him on the same flight. He's off to Manchester City. Now, we're missing a true left back. So we've gone ahead and signed the best one available. Nuno Mendes joins us from PSG for 120 million. With the left back sorted, we had to go back to the negotiation table with Pep Guardiola, and this time we were the ones asking for their top striker, so we landed Erling Haaland for 240 million. And look who joined Real Betis. Xabi Alonso. Our starting 11 is slowly starting to look more elite again, but Huijsen's looking really exhausted without any center backs on the bench. So we've gone ahead and signed William Saliba from Arsenal. We're still sitting on 300 million. Now I think we need to focus our attention to the center midfield midfield. So I thought, why not bring back Odegaard in his prime and see what he can do this time? We only paid 90 million for him. I mean, he wasn't really given a chance back in the day, so I'm curious to see how he's gonna do. Now, I think the next thing we should do is put Phil Foden on the right and have Vini Jr. play on the left and get another striker. And I'm thinking that player should be Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or winner. Maybe his time at Real Madrid will be a lot better than it was at Barcelona. Now, we're still getting offers, by the way, for these youngsters, but the problem is none of them seem to want to leave for some reason. And now here's a much more serious offer. It's for Jude Bellingham from Arsenal. They're offering 85 million plus Martin Zubimendi. We accept. And there's Zubimendi arriving, and one of the biggest egos at Real Madrid is gone. But I think we're still looking decent. We still have enough in our budget to bring another big name player, and I think Bruno Fernandes would do wonders at Real Madrid, so we sign him for only 61 million euros. And on transfer deadline day, we get an offer for Marc Bernal from Nottingham Forest. They sure like us, and there goes the player we just got at the beginning of the season. Bernal joins Courtois at Nottingham Forest. Now, we still have about 80 million in our budget, and I'm looking at the right wing, and I'm thinking, given his situation at Liverpool, Mohamed Salah would be a great signing. So we get him for only 65 million euros, and with him now added to the starting 11, we look ready and primed to win the Champions League. Here's the final hour of the transfer deadline day ending. We're still sitting in first place in La Liga. We've finished second to Manchester City in the Champions League. Now let's see if we've done enough to win it at the end of the season. In the round of 16, we've taken out Juve. In the quarterfinals, we've beaten Bayern Munich. I also see Liverpool, Arsenal, and Barcelona advancing to the semis. In the semis, we've taken out Liverpool 5-0, and it's a final against Arsenal, from who we bought a lot of players from. It's not going to be an El Clasico, and we've lost the final. Unbelievable. But we've won La Liga. We won the Supercopa, but we couldn't win the Copa de España. Vini Jr. was our top player this season. Foden did well. Haaland with 17 goals in 29 matches, and Salah with 14 goals in 34 matches. Dembele did pretty good as well. Bruno Fernandes with 18 goal contributions in only 22 appearances. He was amazing. Well, it's time to do what we just did all over again. Here we'll begin season 2 by transfer listing every single new player that we got last season. And the first offer we get is, of course, from Atletico. They're trying to give us Almada once again. So with Almada making his way over to our club, Højsager has gone to Atletico. Then we get an offer for a 60 rated player, and now we get one for Nico Gonzalez. Bayern are offering a decent player, I accept. Then it looks like Juve paid the release clause for Alexander Arnold, so we wish him the best of luck. Manchester United have come for Phil Foden, and they want to give us Raul Asensio back. And it looks like Nico Gonzalez will stay because he couldn't agree to terms with Bayern or Dortmund. Same goes for Giuliano Simeone. But Raul Asensio comes back, so that means we lose Phil Foden. PSG would like to buy Sir Bobby Hendrick. They must have seen what he's been doing up close in Ligue 1. Wait a minute, Barcelona are after Hendrick as well. They've offered a higher price for him. We accept. Then Milan has come in for Nico Gonzalez. Here's an offer for Arias, and we reject this. I'm just kidding. We accept. Then an offer for Chris Wood comes in. It's a swap offer, so we accept. And there goes Sir Hendrick. Is it PSG or Barcelona he's heading to? And it's Barcelona. Hendrick, he's out to get Real Madrid with Barca. I'm still so shocked to see 0 offers for Vini Jr. And I feel like we're not getting any offers for our new players either. It might have to do with the fact that they haven't been in our club for a year because they arrived in the January transfer window. So we might be lucky in that regard. But here's AC Milan now wanting Simeone. An offer from Crystal Palace came for Chris Wood. And here's Juve going after Nico Gonzalez. We accept. So it looks like Simeone agreed to terms with Milan, so he's leaving. And also Chris Wood is going back to the Premier League. And Nico Gonzalez is also leaving. He's off to Juve. And now we have an offer for Nuno Mendes, a player we got in January. So I guess technically they can get offers. And here's a super realistic offer for Vini Jr. Finally, the first one. Aston Villa have only offered 153 million plus Marcel Ruiz. And we have to accept this. Now, unfortunately, there goes Nuno Mendes. He was really good. We'll have to find a new left back as well well as a new right back. And the 77 rated Arias is leaving. He's off to Brentford. And guess who came knocking for Donnarumma? His former club, Manchester City, have offered 131 million. And we unfortunately have to accept. This is terrible. Now, we've also come to terms with Marcel Ruiz. But if Donnarumma leaves, we're going to be in big trouble because we only have a 62 rated goalkeeper. And it looks like the Mexican Marcel Ruiz has arrived, which means we won't get to see a farewell for Vini Jr. But he's officially an Aston Villa player from now on. Oh, and by the way, there are offers for our backup goalkeeper as well. So if we lose him, I don't know who will put in goal. But there's the moment I was dreading the most. Gianluigi Donnarumma going back to Manchester City. How unfortunate. We're now in big trouble. The first match of the season is against Atletico Madrid with a 62 rated goalkeeper. We lose the match 2-1. Now we actually get really lucky because Mestre is not going to go anywhere. We only have 18 players remaining. Now I have no idea where we got this Chinese guy. 54 rated Wu Wei. He's going to be on the bench. And this is the squad we're going to roll with till January. I mean, it's a really good squad. We've still got Dembele, Haaland, Odegaard, and Fernandes. But the goalkeeper matters a lot in FIFA and FC simulations. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Mestre in goal. I hope we can be in the top 4 at least. And now we're in January. In the standings, we're sitting in 14th place. We're 22 points behind Atletico. And we're in 19th place in the Champions League. But the good news is we've got over €1 billion to spend. We need a new left back, a new right back, a left winger, a goalkeeper for sure. So while I went ahead and signed Kobel from Dortmund, Alejandro Valde and Kvaratskhelia from PSG, we've already had multiple offers come in. The first one is for Martin Odegaard and it's from Villarreal. All these rejected offers came in before the transfer window opened. So we accept Villarreal's offer. Manchester United wants Zubimendi. We also accept that. Saliba, Leverkusen have come in for him. So we accept. Liverpool want Bruno Fernandes and they've given up Pavlovic for him. So we accept that as well. Then an offer from Chelsea comes in for Bastoni. Accepted. Here's one for Dembele from Bilbao. Here's another one for Bruno Fernandes from Marseille. But the problem is because we only have 18 players, none of those players can be sold unless we buy new players. And I have to buy a new center back. And that player had to be Gabriel from Arsenal. We got him for 120 mil. But his arrival can only mean one thing, and that is the fact that we're losing a player, and that's Bruno Fernandes. He's off to Marseille. So we'll keep replacing our starting 11 with PSG players as we sign Vitinha to fill that hole in midfield. But as we fill one hole, another one's gonna open up. Odegaard gets an offer, and it's a swap, so for sure he's gonna go. But first, Andre Santos has joined, so we need a new center back. And Dembele is gone as well. So I'm saying, why not? They took back Donnarumma from us, so we're taking back Mbappe from them. However, with the arrival of Milambo, Martin Odegaard is off to Brentford as expected. We've still got a ton of cash to splurge with. And splurge we did when we spent a total of 560 million on bringing back Ashraf Hakimi, signing Ibrahima Konate, Joao Neves, and Michael Olise. We then had Mohamed Salah leaving to Napoli. And because we signed so many of their players, PSG have now come in for Erling Haaland. Bayern also want him, but they're giving us Brian Zaragoza. And I realized I signed a lot of PSG players, but they had most of the highest rated ones. I was gonna talk about Wu Wei. Sorry for the interruption. I was curious to see what he did, and he's appeared in no matches. 0 minutes, but he's our number 7. Oh, man. But look at this great news. PSG and Haaland couldn't agree to terms. He could still go to Bayern. And unfortunately, it seems like he does because I think this is Brian Zaragoza. And yes, Haaland left us for Bayern. We still have a ton of cash. So I signed Lautaro Martinez to fill Haaland's spot. Then I brought in Piero Hincapié as a substitute center back. We also got a substitute left back and a substitute right back. And finally, I also signed David Raya as a backup goalkeeper and Ademola Lookman as a backup striker. And with all those signings, I don't think we have one single player remaining from last season. Our starting 11 looks really solid and primed to win. We have better subs this season as well. We're currently in 13th place in La Liga, but we finished in 10th place in the Champions League, and in the playoffs we'll be facing Haaland's new side, Bayern Munich. But I'm hopeful. Let's see what happens at the end of season 2. Alright, we've defeated Bayern Munich. Then in the round of 16, we took out Inter Milan. In the quarterfinals, we beat Newcastle on penalties. Manchester City were eliminated. PSV went through. Barcelona got knocked out. And Atletico Madrid went through. We played Juve and we beat them. We're in the final again against Atletico. But let's first check what happened in La Liga. We've only come in 6th. We've scored the most amount of goals out of any teams though. We've won the Supercopa and we won Copa de España this season. Mbappe was our top scorer. Lautaro Martinez had a decent amount of goals. Kvara did well. Now, did this team manage to get it done against Atletico? Yes, they did. So after accepting every single transfer offer, we completely changed Real Madrid and got them to the top once more. If you want to see if Manchester United got to the top after Amorim was fired, click this video and find out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.